What's up, my pirates? It's Dennis from Super Pirate Bros, and I'm going to show you my Magellan deck profile. It's my most favorite purple leader yet, of course, and he's got the wonderful effect of when you minus a Dawn, he gains 1,000 power, and he got some great support for the OP04.5 set that we're going to be in for a while. So, first of all, he looks like a monkey, like the mandrill baboons. Yeah, from the Lion King. So let's get right to the deck profile. We're going to go with the starter, the searcher, 4 of Mr. Hannibal. Whoopsie. Yeah, 4 Hannibals. This is the guy's going to search all your Impel Down cards. The deck is more than half of it is Impel Down, so we're still going to stay with that strong theme. So going right to our first two things that we could find is 2 Domino. This is just a blocker, and if you don't block with it, it has 1,000 power that can protect your leader or whatever else that you're trying to protect with 1k in your hand. Up next, this is my favorite character in the deck. Well, one of my favorites is Little Sadie. The one that on play lets you play a Jailer Beast card. And we've had some new Jailer Beast in set 3, so she got even better because of that. So she has a 2k counter, but the way I play this deck, I will never discard her because she's there to utilize her effect to cheat out these bigger characters that are the Jailer Beast. That's what I like about her, not for the fact that she's a 2k. So we're starting first with our new one here. It's this Mino Rhinoceros. On KO, this guy will give you 2 cards in your hand and then you trash one. So can fix your hand and increase your hand at the same time. Very good for card advantage. Only play him at 2 because he's got no counter. But what's good about him is that he's cheap at a 3-for-5 cost to power ratio. It's very powerful just to play on his own even without Little Sadie. The one Little Sadie wants to cheat out the most is actually the next card here. The next card here, it's Mino Zebra. This one has Banish, and you don't have to attach any Dawn to him or do anything. He just simply has Banish. So very good against the popular Katakuri matchup. And then on KO, you get to get a free Dawn. So can't go wrong there. So we're doing 4 of this. And next up, we're keeping 3 of Minotaur. Made room for 3 of these. This one has double attack. Same deal. He has nothing really to increase. It's just already there. Double attack. And on KO gives you a free Dawn. So 3 of him. And then last Jailer Beast, I'm playing 2 of Mino Koala. He's the blocker one. Same as the rest, he'll on KO give you a free Dawn. So in total, Little Sadie can give you a 6, 8, 11 different Jailer Beasts to play when you play out Little Sadie. So that's what I want to do with her, is play out usually one of the big ones, because then you get 2 bodies for the price of 3 Dawn. Next up, we're going for the ulties. This is the 2k girl. She's on play -1. She can play a page 1 from your hand. So I'm playing 2 page 1s in the deck. I call this the page 1, page 2 combo because if you don't see them together, they're just very good counters. She's 2k counter and he's 1k counter if he's by himself. So either way, they work for that method. And when you go Dawn -1, your leader gets stronger, as we remember. Up next, this is from the new set, new Trafalgar Law. This is a blocker, and on play you do Dawn -1. If your opponent has 7 or more cards in their hand, they trash 2. So if you do get to hit that, that's really nice. But since Whitebird isn't in the format anymore, this doesn't come up very often, as I've noticed. So that's why I won't play him at more than 2. He kind of just doesn't do much for me. Doing Dawn -1 to do nothing just for your leader to gain an attack isn't really worth it to me. So I opted to play Dominoes in place of 4 of Laws. And next up, this is the real star of the show. It's the rest of the monkey gang, Magellan. Magellan over here is on play -1. Your opponent loses a Dawn. So when you pay a Dawn, they lose a Dawn. And when you do this to a Katakuri player, they're going to take a long time just to reach their 10-drop Big Mom. So that's what I love about him. And then he's sticky as hell because on opponent's turn, if he's KO'd, your opponent loses 2 Dawn. So there goes that. The only decks that Magellan's worst matchup is blue deck because of that. Because they can bottom deck this guy and bypass the negative effect of losing 2 Dawn. But besides that, he's going to always have board presence for you for a while. And next up, you can't play a purple deck without 4 Queens. Just best blocker in the purple set. In any purple deck, on play -1, draw 2, discard 1. And then a big beat stick at 5-6 power. Very good. Up next, we've got 2 X-Drakes, 2k. I really rarely play them, but when you have nothing else to play, it's not bad because, again, Dawn -1, your leader will gain attack power. So like I said, again, same for Queen and the Magellans. This will give you another power for your leader. I've made room for 2 King. King is here just to destroy a guy that has 4 cost or less on play. So, and it's a nice stat line at 6-7, so you can't go wrong there. And again, give your leader more power while you do that. This guy has been the greatest addition yet. I'm playing 3 of Eustace Captain Kidd. This guy's new from the latest structure deck. So on play and when attacking, you don -1. Your leader gains 1,000 power until the start of the next turn. So on your turn, Magellan will go to 7 because of his own effect. 1,000 from this, 1,000 from his own effect. The following turn, he'll sit at 6k power. And then the following turn, if Kidd lives, you get to do it again because it's when attacking. Don -1, put him back to 7 yet again. So it's pretty crazy. I would play him at 4, but I've decided to drop one of him for my 1 9-drop Kaido in the deck. He's just one different boss card because sometimes you just want to see him. And it's not likely that you do, but when you do, you kind of go for game. Because this deck doesn't have much removal. He's the largest removal I have at just KOing a guy that costs 6 or less. Besides that, there's no way to KO anything in this deck besides your king that can only KO things that cost 4 or less. So I chose one of him instead of the 4th Captain Kidd. But you can put a 4th Captain Kidd if you would like. And next I got 4 Judgment of Hells. A very lovely card that just minuses 3,000 power to 2 different guys. So you can totally protect your board when you play this. And this deck here is very good at maintaining board presence and increasing board presence. You have Little Sadie that cheats out Jailer Beast. You have Ulti that cheats out Page 1. And you have Magellan that stays on the board forever because opponents don't want to attack him and lose 2 Dawn. So Judgment of Hell is very useful. And Hannibal can search it, by the way, so that's another good thing about it. Last card, it's a 1-of. Thunder Bagua, very old card, gives 4,000 power with 2 Dawn. And if you have 2 or less life, you got a free Dawn. And the trigger's another free Dawn. I play 1 of this because if your opponent predicts that all you have is Judgment of Hell and you have 2 Dawn up, they might say, okay, I'm going to swing 3k over the leader. And then boom, you surprise them with this one. They just wasted their attack. So let's get this deck profile a little more neat so you can see the ratios. So here we have it, all 50 cards from my Magellan deck profile, except for this Thunder Bagua that I didn't fit in, but here you can squeeze into the camera right there. And under the glare is the Queen. So yeah, this is my most favorite purple deck to play because it's a little gimmicky, but it's very powerful as well because when you screw up your opponent's Dawn, it ruins their game plan completely because they always set up things for their curve. And when you mess that up, they think they're going to play their 6-drop next turn or their 4 drops, or they always strategize, ahead of time, but then you always mess them up when you go Magellan. So that's the best part about this deck. And the only things that I would change from it, like I said earlier, would be if you want to put a 4th Eustace Captain Kidd, it would be for Kaido. That's pretty much it. Besides that, like I said, I've decided to take out the more of Trafalgar Law in place of Domino because Domino is a cheap blocker at the end of the game. You can just spam her out on the board to save yourself from losing. Meanwhile, this guy's effect is kind of not, it just doesn't come up that much, so I didn't put him up that much. And I want Hannibal to whiff less, so I put more impelled down names in the deck. But besides that, this is the full deck profile. I hope you try it out. Let me know what you think. And yeah, subscribe and like for more deck profiles and all that other good stuff. Peace out, guys.